What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a little bit of a different video for you guys today. We're going to take a little break from the S13 and we are going to go pick up some stuff. So we need some ratchet straps and then we'll hop in the truck and be on our way. Let's do it. Alright, so it's the next day and you can see what we went to go pick up. We got a pretty good deal on everything. Two S14 SR20DETs. This one is complete. Came with ECU, clutch fork throwout bearing for the transmission, even starter and the engine harness. And as well as a drive shaft, one-piece drive shaft from Drive Shaft Shop. If you know, SRs are getting really expensive, and you know, if I see them for a good deal, I'll scoop them up. Obviously, I have cars that need them, so the same seller was selling this one, which is apparently low compression in one of the cylinders. He doesn't know which one. It was a good enough price that I just got it as a core in case I want to build something in the future. But you're probably wondering, Why am I getting all this? Well, you've seen the S14 Zenki that's over there, and that's what this engine and transmission setup is going to be for. I've always only had S13 SR20DETs, so it'll be nice to mess with a notch top, and it should help hopefully get the S14 on the road sooner, because this was supposedly a running, driving engine. So yeah, we got this. I'm gonna put it aside, and then we'll actually get back to the S13 content. I've got a simple mod to do on the S13. So let's get all this stuff put away, and we'll start working on the S13. So we put the two engines aside for now, and the transmission is over here. And now we can get started with what we'll be working on the S13, which is, if you can see here, we are going to be doing VQ coil packs to replace the stock ones on the S13 SR20. So let's just jump right into it, and I'll show you guys all the pieces. All right, so I've laid out everything that you're gonna need to do the VQ coil pack upgrade on the SR20. So basically we'll start with these coil packs. These are original Hitachi for 350Z or G35. That's pretty straightforward. And then we have the original SR20 coil packs here, as well as the coil pack harness. And I just have this here, which is the igniter, which is what we're going to delete. We're going to replace this with this bypass, which you could essentially make yourself if you wanted to. I almost did, but luckily I was able to order this pretty quickly. It came the next day. But yeah, all it is it plugs into the harness and replaces the igniter chip. So that's pretty straightforward. And then I made up some brackets that will allow us to bolt the VQ coil packs to the valve cover of the SR20. I've seen people do it where they don't use a bracket at all, and it'll probably be fine if you have the spark plug cover on the valve cover. But I figured I just wanted to hard mount it anyways, so that's pretty much it. The first thing that we have to do is modify the coil pack harness, which is pretty simple. It's just a matter of switching 2 wires on each one. You're just swapping them. So I'll show you what we're actually swapping once we get into it. Okay, so this coil pack upgrade is probably one of the more simple ones, I would say, compared to like R35 coil packs or the Audi R8 coil packs. So that's why I went with this one, and the reason why was just the thinking of it'd be easier to get 350Z or G35 coil packs compared to SR20 coil packs if you are broken down at track or something, or you're on the road on a road trip or something, whatever. You can stick with the stock SR20 coil packs, that's fine. They're getting up there in age, so who knows how much longer they'll last. And then when that time comes and you need to replace them, I'm sure you won't be able to just walk into any parts store and grab them off the shelf. Whereas with 350Z or G35 coil packs, you will be able to do that. You can probably walk into Parts Source or Canadian Tire and they'll probably have them right there in stock. So that's kind of the upside. And obviously at the same time, they're smart coils, so no igniter. It's all built in to the coil pack itself. So I'm going to show you what you need to do to modify the coil pack harness. It's pretty simple. So if you look at your factory SR20 coil packs, you can see negative, positive, and then an E. So all you're doing on your harness is you're swapping the pin of the positive and the E. You're just swapping them with each other. So that's pretty straightforward, right? So I'm going to show you how to do it on this first plug. So if you can see in here, you see this top yellow, this yellow piece here. If you pry it up, you'll see these three little teeth in here go up, and you should be able to pry upwards. So all I'm doing is prying with the pick, prying down, and while I do that, the pick is pushing up on these clips, and at the same time it's also pulling the yellow piece out. There you go. And from here, if you look at the bottom here, you can see more clips in here that you need to push down. Push them down. So you're going to push it down and pull the wire at the same time. Same with this one. And then that's it. So as you can see, originally the white and red is in the middle and then the black is on the edge, but we are swapping the two. So we're gonna move the black to the middle, and then the white with the red stripe to the far side. Okay, and then I'm not sure if you heard it, but if you push it into a certain point past those teeth on the bottom, it will click, and that's it. Then you can put the yellow piece back in, just like that. And now you have the black in the middle and the white with the red stripe on the outer end, and that's it. So I'm going to do that for the other three plugs, and then we can move on to the next step. All right, so I realized that the first plug that I did probably wasn't filmed that well. You guys probably couldn't see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you on the third plug. So I don't know if you guys could really see it, but when this is in here like this, all we're doing is we're prying this upper flap with these locking tabs. We're prying that upwards, and as we pry it upwards, the pick is also pulling this yellow piece outwards. So we got that out, and Next, we can move on to the bottom. So it has some same style like retainers down here that you need to just push downwards. And then you can pull the wire out. So same thing in the middle. I'm going to stick the pick in here and pry downwards. And then you pull the wire out as well. So from here, it's just a matter of swapping them over. So the white one is going to go out to the outside edge and the black one is going to go to the middle. So okay, there you go. So you heard the click, or I'm not sure if you heard a click, but you push it in until there's a click and then the wires will lock in. And then it's just a matter of reinserting the yellow piece, and that's it. So we've got 3 out of 4 done. I'll do this last one and then we'll move on to the car. Okay, so we just did the last one, and as you can see on all the plugs, the black wire is now in the middle. It was originally over here, and the white one is over there. So you can see all, this is number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. So they're all the same now. That's all you have to do on the coil pack harness. And now we can move on to installing on the car. One thing you do have to do is you do have to take your original coil packs and you're going to pull this rubber boot off, and it just slides off. This is like a weather seal. So you're going to take this and you're going to put this into the valve cover. So you need that from all 4 of them. So we're going to pull these off and then we'll go install it on the car. All right, so I've taken the boots off of, or the upper boots off of the original SR20 coil pack, just to show you a comparison as well. They're pretty similar. They're a little bit shorter if you compare where it mounts from. So that's why you need this guy in here to kind of space it up. This is going to sit kind of like this once it's on the valve cover, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how simple this coil pack upgrade is. So let's get this and these installed on the car. Okay, so you saw me pull these off of the SR20 coil packs. These are just kind of like a weather seal. So we're gonna put these on here. Okay, so we got those upper boots in the valve cover. I just have our coil pack harness. We're gonna plug back into the rest of the engine harness and leave that over there. And then I'm gonna show you right here. So I put the igniter back in just for reference. This is how it'll be on your car, I guess, if you're doing this upgrade. So all you have to do is unplug your igniter from both ends. This comes out right here. And this is the delete, which is pretty simple. It's just gonna plug in to this end and into this end. And there you go. So this literally replaces the igniter chip. I'm gonna put this aside for other SRs. And yeah, we can move back onto the coil packs into the valve cover. Okay, so these upper boots are in, and we've got the VQ coil pack here. This pretty much just plugs right in to here, and honestly, if you have your spark plug cover, this would probably be fine. You don't really have to go much further than that. But for my own peace of mind, I wanted to mount it or hard mount them. So I just made up a little piece of aluminum, because as you can see, when the coil pack is in here, it's pretty close. It's just slightly offset from the original mounting point for the coil pack. So I just made a little bracket out of aluminum, and we are going to install this. So it'll mount into the original hole for the original coil pack. I'll leave it kind of loose. And then in goes the VQ coil pack. Pushed it down. And we'll take a new bolt and just thread it into this bracket. And then from there, I can tighten down this bolt. And that's pretty much it. So I would tighten this down. And that's it. This is mounted in here. And I guess we'll get the other coil packs in and show you that from once we get that in there. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the VQ coil packs in, mounted with the little adapters that I made. That worked out pretty well. Even the harness tucks in well and everything plugs in very easily. And even the factory spark plug cover fits over it. there you go. We've got the VQ coil packs installed in the SR20, and that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Is this a coil pack upgrade that you would do on your SR? Would you just risk it and run the OEM ones? Those have seen a lot of heat cycles. These ones are probably still fine. I didn't have issues last time the car was running, so I will keep them as spares, maybe for one of the other plethora of SR20s that we have accumulated here in the shop. But at least for the S13, again, this is a fully built engine, fully built head, cams, valve springs, everything. So I wanted to update the ignition system as well, and that's why I went with the VQ coil packs. And like I mentioned, parts availability, you'll be able to find these anywhere, any parts store. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Was this a pretty easy coil pack swap? I think compared to some of the other options that are out there, like R35s, and then you have to go buy the bracket for it, and those brackets, I'm not going to name the brand, but they add up real quick for the bracket for those coil packs. Whereas this is something very simple. You can do it yourself. You don't even really need the brackets I showed you. They actually sit in there pretty snug without them, but I just wanted extra reassurance and mounted them. So let me know what you guys think. Comment in the comments down below if you would do this upgrade, if you would stay original all the way, or any other coil pack upgrade you would do. And as always, if you guys like this video, make sure you click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video where we'll keep making progress on the S13.